Hi there. Thank you for joining me with another episode of Still Growing. If you're new here, thank you for joining us. And if you're a subscriber, welcome home. Well, you guys see the craziness that's happening, so let's get on into it and talk about it.
No, real talk. And so all this twerking and shit, take it to Prime, take it to Pink, don't bring it here because we're a restaurant. And so beyond that, 75% of my customers are ladies. And I want men to show respect for themselves for how they carry themselves here. So how can I tell the men to respect themselves and you guys are twerking on glass here? If you want to do it, get the fuck out my restaurant. Because I did it for our people and I did it for our culture. So don't do it now. Don't do it again. I don't want to hear it. If you don't like it, get out because I don't need your money. I need to provide something for my people. And don't do it again. Thank you.
What do you expect? Really? You know, when I first saw this, I was like, another group of people shaming themselves. I've come to the realization that as a people, we really can't take on the responsibility of everyone in terms of feeling bad when some of our people behave like idiots. Because how can you not know the difference between when it's appropriate for you to be shaking your butt, you know, when it's appropriate for you to be twerking and shaking your butt, from when you're at a family restaurant with kids and everyone sitting around having a decent meal. If you don't know what's appropriate, then there's nothing that anybody else can say. Like, poor guy, because at the end of the day, you know, he sounds very respectful and you know, obviously very intelligent and hardworking. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of these women that was behaving like that, climbing up on top of table and hiking their buttocks in the air, that's just going to be like water on the back of a bird. Because when you don't respect yourself, you think you're okay. You think you're right. You think it's okay for you to behave like this, and nothing that anybody else says is going to change anything. And it's kind of sad. It's actually very, very sad. That's what is expected when your idols are Cardi B and Megan Stallion and men, or should I say boys, who, you know, call you sluts and whores and bitches and all of that stuff, and then you line up to buy their tickets. Whether you're a little girl or you're a grown woman, all of them behaving that crazy way. All of them behaving like that.
I invested a lot of money into buying this building, into developing this concept, so black people can have somewhere nice to go to, okay? Somewhere where we can feel good about ourselves as a...
You see, this is what happened when you don't know who you are. This is what happened when you slide away from who you are and trying to be something else. Then it's easy for other people to convince you that because music is part of who you are, and because dancing is part of who you are, then therefore you can behave anyway, anyhow. All they have to do is just put on some music, some ratchet. It doesn't matter what it is. Just put it on and we'll just behave like we're crazy. And because you don't know who you are, you follow those who don't have your best interests at heart. The Bernie Sanders of the world. And the Joe Biden, the people who know better, they go to Cardi B. And that's a lesson to you. That's a lesson to young people, to teach them that this is who we believe your idol should be. We believe that this is who you should be looking up to. Then what happens? They sit back, look down on you, continue to control you because you're lost. This is the beginning of the craziness that's going to continue in society. The lesson here is really for people who know who they are and who have young children, to make sure that they also don't get lost. That they know who they are. Because people, act like they don't know there's a war going on. Like they don't know there's a war to destroy you from who you really are. Because then you're so easy to control. Just throw you in a room with some ratchet music, give you some drugs, give you some alcohol, give you some guns, and take some white girl and put her on a pedestal and let you look up to her and forget who you are. The generations of kings and queens acting like pigs in a pigsty. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.